In this video, we're going to use the Align tool and the Rotate tool to put a door into a doorway for a room. Before we get started though, I want to leave the metric system and start using standard feet and inches. So I'm going to go up here where I've got my group of 3 settings. I'm going to tap on that middle one that right now says 1 millimeter for me. And I'm going to change that to feet. I'm going to make sure that I've also got architectural checked, and down here decimal should be checked. So feet, architectural, and decimal. Then I'm going to go to my directional cube and tap top. And I like that I've got my origin right here where I can easily draw. I'm going to begin with a rectangle. So I'll go to my drawing tools, select a rectangle, and I want this to be 10 feet by 8 feet. And you can see I'm not even close to feet here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop for a second. And I'm going to take a look up here, and I see that I'm at like 1/512th of a foot. That's really, really, really zoomed in. So I'm going to change my zoom out, 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 out to where it says 1 foot. All right, notice it says 1 foot. And I think what I'm going to do is click on that. I'm going to say lock grid size. All right, very good. Now I will do my rectangle again, and I will draw much better, 10 feet by 8 feet. I did get my 8 feet. This says 12. Let me just tap on that number. This looks a little bit different since we're in feet, but I have to just type 10 and then type FT for feet. Okay. Rooms have walls. Walls have thickness. Let's use the offset tool for that. I'm going to click on my 3 dots over here and grab the offset tool. It looks kind of like a mailbox. I'll click on an edge, and I get this double-sided arrow. I'm going to drag in, and I'm just going to go ahead and drag to a number that says 6 inches. I want 4 inches, so I'm going to tap on that. I'm going to type a 4, and this time I will click where it says IN 4 inches. Hit my blue check mark. I'm going to double-click my directional cube to get 3D view. And sometimes it's hard to get into these spaces, right? It's just tricky. So it's easier if we zoom in and then tap. And sure enough, there's my extrude arrow. I want to extrude this up. Let's go 8 feet. So we'll tap 8 feet and check. If you do 9 feet, that's okay. 8 or 9 feet. All right, we have our room. Now we're going to put a door, an opening for a door, on the front face here, right there. So I'm going to go to my front on my directional cube, and I want to draw a rectangle. So back to my drawing tools. This rectangle is going to start at the bottom of my room. Anywhere on the side is fine, but we're going to go up 7 feet and over 3 feet, 7 by 3. Very good. Back to 3D view by double-clicking our cube. We'll tap on the door. If I pull this way, the door pops out, but I want to go in to actually get rid of that space. If we peek around the inside, we can see, sure enough, we have an opening. Okay, we're about there. We have a room, we have an opening. Now we need a door to go in the opening. I'm going to go to my top view, and I want to draw the profile of that door. So we'll grab our rectangle. Now remember, our opening was 3 feet, so we're going for 3 feet. That looks pretty good. Thickness, now I know my wall is 4 inches, but doors aren't that thick. We're going to change that number, and we're going to make it be just 2 inches. So I type 2, and I type inches. Good. We need to make this 7 feet tall to match our opening. So we'll go back to 3D view. And here I'm going to really have to zoom in if I want to get that to work. So there we go. Start lifting and type 7 feet. Check. All right, we're getting very close. Now at this point, I know we could double click, triple click this thing, right, and slide it around, right? But I want to use the align tool for this because I want to get it in the exact right spot. So I'm going to actually spin this around a little bit so I can see the inside of the room, something like this. And I want to align, I'm just going to show you, I want to align this edge of the doorway with this edge, just turn blue, this edge of the door frame. Right? So those are the things I'm interested in aligning. Okay, and I actually have them both selected right now. You can see they both have a light blue. The align tool is over here, and it's got this I don't know, gray flat surface and black flat surface with an arrow. That's our align tool. If we tap that, they jump into each other just like that, and I hit my check mark. Now the reason that worked, let me do it again. The reason that worked is I had both edges selected. So again, I'm going to tap this edge of my door, and I'm going to tap this edge of my door frame. And what I'm going to say is, with the align tool, bring those together. So again, the align tool right here. Very good. To finish that, we're going to hit our checkbox. And now the door is flush on the inside and inset by 2 inches on the outside because, again, the door is 2 inches thick. The wall is 4. Last step I want to do is actually open the door into the room a little bit. We're going to use our rotate tool for that. Search. Remember, this was ROT. Rotate around axis. So I'll select that. The first step is to double click the door. You have to double click it. You have to get the entire door. Once you have that selected, we're going to click the green arrow. Now it wants to know what is my axis I should spin around. And that axis is this edge right here. So I'll go ahead and tap that line. And now I have my spin arrow, and I can open the door. And this is the picture that I would like you to collect for me. So with this, go ahead and hit your camera button. And now you've got that ready for turning in. Nicely done. Hit your check mark to finish. Thank you.